That's all there is to it? Recon?
Yes, Treadshaw. Investigate the Seeker's reports and report back with your findings.
What if I'm compromised?
Constructicons will be on standby to give you assistance should you require it. But I have complete faith in you, Treadshot. You're one of my best scouts. Are you up for this mission?
You never had to ask. Treadshot to Megatron. Come in.
Receiving your transmission.
The Seeker's reports were correct, sir. The Autobots are definitely up to something. I can see the construct directly ahead of me, but there's no sign of any activity. I'm gonna go check it out. I'll report my findings in an hour's time.
Good work as usual, Treadshot. Megatron out.
Alright, Prime. What are you up to? Phew. Regular heartbeat. No brainwave activity though. Hold on. What's this? Treadshot to Megatron. I'm compromised. Requesting assistance immediately.
Wheeljack, it's Bumblebee. We have a problem.
Oh, bugger.
Whoa.
Oh. Hello. Oh, hey. It's okay. I'm not gonna hurt you. My name's Treadshot.
What are you?
I'm a alien. Alien robot. You're human.
Yeah?
So, this is Earth?
Yeah.
No way. Earth is meant to be a barren, uninhabitable wasteland. But there's trees and grass and... humans. What's your name?
I'm Grace. Sorry, it's just that it's not every evening that a giant metal man falls out of the sky.
I understand. Where am I on Earth anyway?
Yosemite National Park, California.
But I can't be. Everything's... alive. Oh. This is a parallel Earth. A parallel universe.
What?
Okay, I'm from a different planet to you. Not to mention an entirely different reality. Where I come from, my people are at war with each other, vying for control of our supply of energon, our life force. Earth was caught up in the war and, well, it's not as pretty as it was, to say the least. You seem to be taking this very well.
A 20-foot robot crash landed within walking distance of my house. My day can't really get much more surreal than this.
Fair point, I guess.
So why can't your race just get along?
Where do we begin? For eons, Cybertron, my home, was a peaceful world. Until the rise of Optimus Prime. Once, he was a lowly archivist in Iacon. He had potential. He was intelligent, charismatic, and he had a strong spark. But it was in the wrong place. Through reading many historical records, he became inspired to strike against the autocracy that governed Cybertron and bring it to the ground. Many agreed with his views, and he recruited thousands to his cause. He named his faction Autobots, as a reference to their autonomous nature from our society. Optimus murdered Sentinel Prime, Cybertron's dictator, and took power for himself, but nothing changed for the better. The irony is that once Sentinel was removed, Optimus became a dictator himself, much worse than Sentinel, fueled by greed and a desire for unlimited power. His original goal of bringing peace and prosperity to all was entirely forgotten. Only pure avarice existed. Fortunately, there was hope. From our darkest hour came a bright light. Megatron, a young mathematician from Polyhex. He recognized the change required in Cybertronian society to make it a fairer and more just system. But he was wise enough to realize Prime's methods were wrong. Prime did not care for the well-being of the lower classes, only for complete and utter control over the planet, and eventually the galaxy. Megatron swore to make sure Optimus's crimes did not go unpunished, and formed an army to fight against the evil Autobots who plagued our planet, the Decepticons, of which I am one. With the noble Starscream and loyal Soundwave at his sides, Megatron began to retaliate, pushing back the advancing Autobot forces and winning the sparks of the Cybertronian population. But our war would not be won so easily. Like a cancer, it spread across the galaxy, until it reached Earth. Billions were killed. Earth became uninhabitable. Humanity is gone.
My God.
I'm not from round here, Grace. This is more alien than the Earth I left behind. But I have to get back there as soon as possible. I need to report back to Megatron.
How?
Transversal Bridge. I heard Bumblebee mention the name. We received intel that the Autobots had found something on Earth. I was sent to check it out, got caught in a firefight, and ended up here. If I want to get back, I'll need a bridge at this end, which I assume you haven't got.
Nope. As far as I know, you're the first alien race to arrive here.
So, I'm trapped here.
I'm sorry.
Well, best make do with what I've got. And I've got nothing, really. I should find somewhere to hide out, and you should go back home. It was nice meeting you, Grace. Oh, and, tell nobody you saw me.
Wait, perhaps I can help.
How could you help me?
Well, I live on my own now, so I've got this house all to myself. You can stay in the garden. This is a pretty rural area, so no one will notice you. And if anyone comes, you can just hide in the woods behind my house.
Alternatively, I can hide in plain sight.
How the hell did you do that?
Good question, Grace. 'Cause I'm asking myself the same one.
I am so confused right now.
You're confused? What about me? Usually I become the car, but this is weird.
Treadshot?
Hold on. Okay, this is really weird now. Oh! The human body in that cryotube. The thing that attached itself to me when I touched it. Some kind of psychic transfer technology.
Treadshot?
Long story. For some reason, I can't maintain my vehicle form and keep my mind in there. It gets transferred into this human body. My car mode becomes just a car.
So, you're part of an alien race of giant robots that can change form?
Yep. Except we generally don't have human forms. This is Autobot technology. They're up to something.
Look, Treadshot, we should go. It's really late and I'm freezing cold. Think you can drive your car? I mean, yourself?
I can try.
What's wrong?
My day can't get much more surreal than this. You think you're the only one who's having a surreal day?
Starscream.
We lost Treadshot's signal about an hour ago. He just disappeared off the grid completely.
Impossible. Unless the Autobots had something to do with it. Continue monitoring for his signal. We have to find him. Anything else to report?
Shockwave has some information regarding the Autobot construct Treadshot was investigating. It appears to be a heavily modified version of what the ancients called a space bridge. A technology able to instantaneously teleport objects across space within a matter of seconds. The ancients must have visited Earth eons ago when they were searching for other planets to colonize. Presumably, they found the world to be incompatible, but they left the space bridge here.
So what's with the modifications you mentioned? Could they be for enhancing the space bridge performance?
Indeed. In fact, to such an extent that Shockwave hypothesizes it could be possible to cross into alternate dimensions, or a parallel universe of some sort.
Parallel universes? Keep monitoring the Autobots' activity in that sector. Keep me updated constantly, Starscream. I fear Optimus Prime has stepped up his game.
As you command, Megatron.
If you're gonna fit in with humans, then you're probably gonna need a new name.
What's wrong with the name I have?
Nobody has the name Treadshot, believe me.
So, what shall I call myself?
I think we'll work on that tomorrow. I want to get some sleep soon, but make yourself at home.
Who are they?
My family. My mother, my dad, my big sister Sarah, and me. I moved out of our family home about 2 years ago and came to live here after they...
After they... what?
I don't want to talk about it.
Why?
Don't ask. Please?
Okay.
I'll just go clear out the spare bedroom for you.
Grace. Thank you.
No problem. Did you sleep well?
I couldn't sleep, so I put my time to good use. This is what's splitting my body and mind. Basically, it somehow transfers my mind in my robot body into this human body by a wireless cortical psychic patch.
So where does your human body go when you're not using it?
This is the best bit. Ready? This piece of tech connects to a pocket dimension, which stores the human shell while I'm in robot form. It's merged with my transformation cog, the biomechanism that allows me to change form, so the shell is summoned up instantaneously and stored just as fast.
Cool?
What's happening?
Don't alien robots get hungry?
It's just a weird new sensation, that's all. Does this happen often?
Come on then, I'll get us some breakfast, and then you start learning.
Learning what?
How to be human.
The autopilot must have timed out or something. Treadshot isn't aboard. There's no evidence of blaster fire or skirmish on the Twilight. So chances are he may not have made it back from his mission.
It would only return if he lost track of his spark signal for a significant period of time. Sir, he's been gone for several hours now.
Damn it, Run Amok, I'm not leaving him for dead. I'm not giving up hope. Not yet. We will find him. Starscream, take your seekers down to the surface and scan the area within a 500-mile radius of the construct. Report back to me as soon as you find anything.
Megatron, forgive me if I seem unsympathetic, but the chances of finding Treadshot now are slim. To send out a search party for one scout would be a waste of energon and time!
One scout is worth as much as 20 soldiers, Starscream. You have your orders, now go!
Yes, sir.
I've never seen fireworks before. I mean, granted, I've seen a ton of explosions in my time as a warrior, but explosions for entertainment?
Yeah, didn't you have fireworks back home?
Nope.
Trust me, you'll enjoy the evening. Ugh, we can't get close enough to the bay to see the fireworks properly. There's way too many people.
I have an idea. Now we have a better view.
Tread,
Yeah?
there's another human custom I haven't told you about.
Is it fixed yet?
Good. We can finally get that con.
Activate the bridge. Let's roll.
So many humans. I just want to kill them all.
You know Prime's orders. Maintain our cover until we kill that slagging Decepticon.
I ain't got a lock on his signal, but apparently this is roughly where the bridge was aimed when he went through.
Start searching. If we find him, regroup. Then we can take him out.
I'm gonna enjoy this. It's been too long since my swords tasted Decepticon oil.
Tread, you need to see this.
People of Earth, my name is Optimus Prime. For some time, my Autobots and I have been living among you, hiding in plain sight, protecting you from our enemies, the Decepticons. We have formed an alliance with a coalition of nations, working with humans and sharing our resources to protect humankind. I promise, in the name of freedom, we will eradicate the Decepticon threat from your world, once and for all.
I thought you said Autobots were the bad guys.
They are, back in my universe. But here, I don't know if they'll be able to tell the difference between a Decepticon from this universe and me.
He's here.
Grace, get out of here. I'll buy you some time.
No, wait!
Go!
Tread shot! We're gonna drag your lifeless corpse back through the bridge and display it on the walls of Autobot City!
Follow them?
You heard the news. This universe's Autobots have arrived. Right now, with the least of that Khan's problems. I shall let our contact know the situation. Treadshot should be dispatched with ease.
Don't scare me like that.
Sorry. You alright?
Fine, yeah. Who are those robots?
Autobots. From my universe. We're not safe here. Come on, we need to leave. Why would they come here?
The Autobots?
The ones from my universe, yeah. They came after me specifically. There's something I have that they want.
The technology you stole from them?
Most likely, but why? Why do they need it?
Tread? Could you switch to your human body? Just to be near me for a bit?
Grace, I need to stay vigilant in case the Autobots come.
We're deep inside the park. It'll take the Autobots hours to find us. You can afford to relax for a little while. Please? Tread?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the night you arrived on Earth?
How could I forget?
You remember I wanted you to drop the subject of my family?
I remember, yes. Why'd you bring it up now?
The reason I live alone, why I moved out of my family home, because my parents and my sister, they died. I was out one night, partying down in San Francisco till about 2 in the morning, and I came home to see the fire crews extinguishing the last of the flames. And the bodies.
Oh, Grace.
The fire crew told me it was a gas explosion. The whole house went up in seconds, and none of them stood a chance.
Why are you telling me this?
Because I haven't been able to forget, or at least put my guilt and grievances and pain behind me before you came into my life. My friends all left town, and I just felt like I couldn't go with them. I felt like I needed to stay here to keep the memories of my family alive. I couldn't leave. I didn't want to. I grew up there for 17 years. How could I just leave like that? I received counseling and all that, and got a job in my house, but I never made any new friends, or felt the need or the desire to move on. So I was stuck in a rut. And then you fell out of the sky. The metal soldier from another universe who fell into my life and turned out to be so much more than that. I haven't felt this way about someone, haven't cared this much about someone for 2 years. And I think you being here and being part of my life has allowed me to move on.
How do you see me, Grace? Do you see me as the metal warrior from another world? Or do you see me as human?
What do you think?
I found them. Send them in.
Grace, get up, now!
What?
They found us.
The evil Autobots?
Worse. The good ones.
All units, do not engage the target yet.
Coming through.
Take over. Wait! Damn it! All units, engage the Decepticon! All units, cancel my order. You cannot risk that human being injured.
Grace! Grace? Grace?
I'm gonna enjoy taking you apart, scum!
Kick over! Stand down! Quinjet Alpha, prepare for airlift. And I want to speak to whoever gave Bravo clearance to use heat seekers. Move it, Khan.
What Decepticon found windbag, Prime?
Cup told me what happened.
What do you mean?
You disobeyed a direct order from a superior officer. Worse, you risked injuring a human in the process. You are confined to base until further notice.
But I...
My decision is final.
Nicely done, Kick-Off.
It's kick over, dumbass.
Wanky wanky, Khan.
Where's Grace?
Do you mean your hostage?
My friend. One of your mates shot her. Is she okay?
Listen, buddy. I've met many Decepticons in my time. Most of them are dead, but I never met one who has befriended a human. So stop talking out of your exhaust port and give me facts. First off, who are you?
My name is Treadshot. I'm a Decepticon, but I'm not your enemy.
Oh, really? And why should I believe you?
I don't expect you to, but I expect you to listen. I'm not from this universe. Where I'm from, the Autobots are evil. The Decepticons fight against their tyranny.
Yeah, and Unicron turns into a canoe.
Sarcasm will get you nowhere. For Primus' sake, listen!
Then please, continue. So if you're from another universe, how did you end up here?
Well?
I pulled up the only file we have on Treadshot. He's a Decepticon, like he says, but...
But what?
He participated in the first assault on Iacon. The Dinobots found him snooping around in the tunnel below the Decagon, and well, let's just say Grimlock and his team did what they do best.
So if Treadshot is dead, who is this guy?
Well, there's only three possibilities. He's either back from the dead, this is an impersonator, or...
He's telling the truth.
So, what do we do?
Remove his restraints. Your story checks out, but we're not letting you go yet. We still have a few questions.
Oh really? Well, so do I. First, where's Grace? Second, who fired on her? And third, where am I?
You're in Skywatch headquarters, base of operations for the Human Autobot Coalition. Our job is to monitor Decepticon activity and eliminate these threats, of which you were one. Your friend is in our medical facility and receiving the attention she requires.
And the second question? There was a sniper as part of your task force. He or she was deliberately targeting Grace.
There were no authorized sniper units in that task force.
Perhaps it was a local landowner?
With a military-issued sniper rifle. Really, Trax?
We will investigate this. Have no fear, Treadshot. In the meantime, we will allow you to visit Grace, but you are not to leave this base under any circumstances. Is that clear?
Crystal.
I'll take you over to the medical block, though you may not fit. It's only designed to hold humans.
Listen, punk, I don't know what Optimus is thinking, letting me roam free like this, but try anything funny and I'll rip your spark out with my bare hands.
Kickover!
Who's that jolly bot?
That is Kickover, the intel bot. He's responsible for processing all the information we receive and verifying it. He's not much of a fan of Decepticons.
Prime! This guy's carrying some weird tech on him.
Treadshot?
Okay, Optimus, I'm gonna change into vehicle mode. Please don't let these guys shoot me. Well, at least I can fit now.
Kid, a word of advice.
What?
About Kickover.
The neon Autobot who likes to punch me a lot?
Yeah, he's not a fan of cons.
Aren't any of you?
The point is, you need to stay clear of Kickover as much as possible. He's had a tough life. He may fight for the same cause as we do back in your universe, but here, while you wear that badge, Kickover is your enemy.
Grace! Thank Primus you're okay. Do you remember what happened?
Last thing I remember was you carrying me out of the woods. And then there was a gunshot, and I don't know what happened next.
Look, Grace,
Excuse me.
Can I help you?
I'm General John Wyatt, commander of Skywatch. I was told there was a rather interesting Decepticon on the premises, and I could find him as either a bot or human.
That will be me. The name's Treadshot.
Primus told me about you. Quite a story, in fact. All this parallel universe and human form stuff. It's like it came out of a bad TV show. Optimus and I have some sensitive information we should discuss. Shall we?
Of course. Grace, aren't you coming?
No, go on, I'll be fine.
Treadshot, for some time we've been receiving intel from what the Autobots tell me are reliable sources. Unfortunately, this intel has been somewhat compromised recently. Your incursion is one of the few solid ones we've had.
Point is, we may have a traitor in our midst. Now, between Prime and me, we have our suspicions.
Why do you need me?
It's a long shot, but we thought you would be familiar with some of the Autobots from your universe, their personalities and so on. And perhaps you would have thoughts on who the potential traitor could be.
I really couldn't say. Have you conducted an investigation?
For all 4 of them.
So who do you suspect?
Kickover. He is our intel bot. All the information we get is verified by him.
I'm inclined to agree. But wait, how can you even be certain it's an Autobot infiltration, and not a Decepticon from your universe?
The night you say you arrived in this universe, at the same time, there was some form of quantum singularity detected by NASA. That would be the transversal bridge opening. Around the time my team arrived here, a similar occurrence was detected. From that point on, our information has been compromised. We've lost ground.
I apologize, Prime, but I find it difficult to sympathize with one wearing that badge.
No offense taken. As I am sure the other Autobots have warned you, stay clear of Kickover. He's volatile, and not many of us trust him.
Alert! Decepticon sightings reported in Barcelona and Brussels. Autobots Cup, Cliff Jumper, and Trax. Report to briefing station immediately.
Autobots, assemble!
Not a fan of cons, I take it.
Oh, really? Whatever gave you the idea? He's a Decepticon, and I don't care what universe he comes from. If he bears that badge, he's no friend of mine.
But Treadshot fights for the same reason you do.
And you believed him. Well, look where that got you.
You're blind and naive to think he's like the Decepticons you've faced before.
I'm naive? A giant transforming alien robot from another universe crash-landed in your backyard, and with a matter of days, you're living with him?
If he was gonna kill me, he would have done it years ago. The other Autobots seem to trust him.
What's your point?
I don't think they would have the same mentality, the same attitude as you, unless something had happened to make them feel that way. Something terrible.
You don't know me. Don't pretend that you can empathize, human.
I can't empathize. No. But I can endeavor to sympathize. The Decepticons from this universe must have done some unforgivable things for you to behave this way, when the other Autobots can just get along reasonably with Treadshot.
Leave it!
No.
Why not?
Because I care about Treadshot. More than you can imagine. And I know he doesn't deserve the treatment you give him because he is a good man. Again, I say you're naive to think he's like any of the other Decepticons you have faced and fought and killed. Tell me, please.
Swear what I say next is strictly between us and not to be repeated to your con boyfriend. Understood?
Perfectly. Go on.
Prior to my capture, I was head of intelligence in Polyhex for the Autobot Elite Guard. I had a lot of confidential information in my hand, and eventually ended up with a piece which could turn the tide of the war. Before I could relay it to Optimus Prime, the cons arrived. When the Decepticons took Polyhex, I was amongst those Autobots unlucky enough to be captured and forced into the gladiator pits for the entertainment of those monsters. Megatron's Lieutenant Overlord was in command of Polyhex, while the Decepticon leader himself led at the front lines. Overlord had a twisted sense of humor. He deliberately pitted Autobot against Autobot in a fight to the death. It was kill or be killed in the grease pits. I can remember each and every single Autobot I was forced to murder for the entertainment of those Decepticons. 17 in total. I can remember their names, their alt modes, their looks on their faces that had put them out of their misery. As an intel bot, you remember a lot of things, even things you don't want to. Eventually we were freed from captivity and rejoined the battle. That all happened approximately 2 million Earth years ago. They say you don't dream in stasis lock, but I do. Every time I see their lifeless corpses on the floor, energon pouring out of them, mouths open in silent screams, optics staring into oblivion. For 2 million years I have had to endure the horrors of what I was forced to do.
That's awful. But Kickover, it wasn't your fault. The Decepticons made you do it. You shouldn't have to feel guilty. You're a good bot.
I know that, but you have your answer. You humans have a phrase, forgive and forget. I can do neither. I murdered 17 of my friends.
I'm so sorry. If I'd known.
But you didn't. I hate the Decepticons for what they made me do. Whenever I see that badge, it pulls me up inside. I don't care where your precious Treadshot comes from. If he wears the badge of those who made me kill my friends, I despise him. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm needed in the ops room. Grace, I know each and every one of the Autobots stationed here on Earth personally, down to the scars and the chips on their armor and their mannerism. Comes with being an intel officer. I know Optimus like the back of my hand, and I know for certain that he would never be the first bot to accuse anyone of being a traitor. I know what he's doing. Prime's pointing the finger at me. He's manipulating the others into doing the same, and it's completely out of character for him. Be careful who you trust, Grace.
Grace?
Kickover told me why he hates you.
I already know. I overheard.
Why did Optimus and Wyatt want to see you?
They think there's a traitor in the team.
What? Who?
They're pointing the finger at Kickover.
It can't be Kickover, you heard what he said.
I know. And despite what they say, I think he's telling the truth. Which means it's either Trax, Cup, Cliff Jumper, or... Oh no.
The only other bot that could have access to the intel files is...
Prime. But there's more. How did he know about the transversal bridge? No! No. Why? Why did you kill him?
He was going to shoot me. I didn't have a choice.
Kickover knew you were the traitor all along, and now we know too.
Don't be so hasty, Treadshot.
Wyatt, what the hell are you doing?
Drop the weapon, and switch to your disgusting human form. Quickly, or General Wyatt will repaint the walls with little Gracie's brains. So small, so fragile. Your presence here has interfered with my plan somewhat. The disabling of the transversal bridge hindered the operation to no end. Your theft of the Pretender technology did too, but it is somewhat redundant now. Yes, I am the traitor. The intel Kickover received was perfectly legitimate. I just tampered with it somewhat.
So where's the real Optimus? The one from this universe?
Would you like to meet him?
What's that?
Your home for eternity. It is time. Bumblebee, Wheeljack, come on in. Deactivating chameleon circuitry and vocal modulator. Easy now, human.
Where am I?
You are in the void. A microverse between universes. My name is Optimus Prime.
I know damn well who you are. Wait, you're the real Optimus.
By real, I assume you mean not evil.
I suppose so.
What is your name, human?
Treadshot. And technically I'm not a human.
I can guess by the name. Treadshot. That name rings a bell.
Well, apparently I'm dead in your universe. I'm from the same place your impersonator comes from. Good Decepticons, evil Autobots.
You are a Decepticon, then?
And damn proud of it. Before you judge me, Optimus, I fight for the same cause as you. If we're gonna find a way out of here, you have to trust me.
We are the only two sentient beings in this entire universe. I don't see how we have a choice.
General, what the hell is going on?
He cannot hear you, Grace.
In fact, General John Wyatt has been dead for some time.
What do you mean?
Wyatt is, quite literally in fact, a puppet. Treadshot is equipped with a crude form of Pretender technology, developed by some of the greatest Autobot scientists. It allows him to transfer his consciousness from his robot body to a human shell during transformation. The shell was grown from human DNA obtained from our battlefields, and then stimulated into development with chemicals and small electrical shocks. Treadshot has the prototype. The year that has passed has allowed these self-same scientists to develop a more advanced form of the Pretender technology. The new version allows me to retain my robot form and maintain a psychic link between me and a human shell over long distances. Bumblebee and Wheeljack also have this technology. Wyatt is my human form. Do you remember the bullet wound you took in Yosemite? Well, Wyatt was the sniper. Speaking of Wyatt, it's time to clean up loose ends.
All Skywatch units, this is General Wyatt. All Autobots have been classified as hostile units. Repeat, all Autobots are classified as hostile units and are to be executed on sight. Authorization code 9184 Vector Charlie. Wyatt out.
Good. Wyatt's purpose has been served.
But why? Why create the Pretenders in the first place?
The slow invasion. The Pretender Initiative was created to allow the slow, subtle invasion of populations by imitating their form. We have billions of human shells waiting for deployment back in our universe, but they are useless now. Bumblebee, take that car outside and destroy it. Like I said, loose ends.
Oh God, no.
It sounds crazy, but I believe you. It all adds up. So you have some sort of psychic connection between your human and robot bodies.
Something like that, but the only way I can switch between them is if I'm in vehicle mode, as far as I know.
Perhaps that isn't the only way.
What are you saying? You think I can will myself into my robot body?
It is entirely possible. It may be a long shot, but we have to try something. Otherwise, we'll be trapped here for eternity. Over here.
This must be where my human body is stored when I'm in bot mode.
I wondered what it was for. Do you think you could make the link from here?
I'll try, but no guarantees I'll succeed. Not only do I have to physically connect with my body the opposite way, but I'll have to cross between two universes to get there.
Treadshot, are you alright?
That hurt.
How did you do?
I could see my car form being dragged away by Bumblebee. I think he's going to destroy me. I couldn't transform though. I'm still stuck in vehicle mode.
We have to get you back as soon as possible. If Bumblebee destroys your robot form, then we don't have a chance.
I can't. I'm too weak.
Treadshot, listen, you have to keep trying. If you can't get into your robot form soon, you won't be able to at all. Think of Grace.
If I can't do it this time, it's all over. For me and her.
You possess a strong will, Decepticon. I know you can do it.
It worked. It worked! Oh.
How in the name of the Great Devourer did you get back?
Now, why would I tell you that? This is for Kickover! What does this button do?
Motherfucker!
So that's what it does.
Should I go check it out, Prime?
That won't be necessary, Wheeljack. You know how much Bumblebee likes explosions.
Surprise! Heya.
Treadshot! How did you get back?
I'll explain on the way.
Back to normal now?
It would appear so. Get to the cockpit. I need to secure myself. I mean, my robot body. Just get to the cockpit.
I can't fly this thing.
Find a button that says autopilot or something. I don't know how these things work. Grace, hurry!
Autopilot, engage. Missiles launched.
What are you doing?
A little going away present.
Fire.
Nicely done, Grace.
I'm trying to set a destination. Hold on.
What now? B's dead, and they'll doubtless be flying to Barcelona or Brussels to gather reinforcements.
It's time. You know what you have to do, Wheeljack. Your pretender is in Barcelona, hunting down Cup and Cliffjumper. Put all your effort and resources into finding them and executing them swiftly. I must prepare the construct. The Pretender Initiative has been cancelled as of now. The invasion begins in 6 hours.
Cup, we have to move soon. We have to get back to our shuttle. The Skywatch guys will discover us. We're lucky to have survived this long.
Not yet. We need to hear from Prime.
You've been trying to contact him for the past 3 hours. He isn't going to respond. He might even be dead.
Don't give up, kid. I never did.
Cup, Cliffjumper, are you there? It's Treadshot. Grace and I have a Quinjet, and we're about 30 minutes out from Barcelona. What's your position?
You want to get moving, Cliff? We'll start rolling. Treadshot, you're using an open channel. Every Skywatch tool can hear you. You'll find us easily. We'll need to pick up in the muscle car being shot at.
Why is he firing? There's civilians on the freeway.
It's got to be Wheeljack. He has Pretender technology too. He won't care for the loss of innocent life.
Cut. Cliff, we have to end this now.
Quick, pedal to the metal.
Well, there goes our ride.
Start talking, Todd! What in the name of Primus is going on?
Optimus is the traitor. He set Kickover up, and he's the one who's been screwing with your intel. General Wyatt is Optimus's Pretender shell. He made the order to kill you guys. And Kickover is dead too.
Liar!
Knock it off, you two! Treadshot, we need proof and we need it now! Otherwise, I'm gonna let Cliff tear you apart!
The proof is all around you, Cliffjumper. Why else would you be fired upon by your own men?
Oh, for Primus' sake, you want proof? Here!
You took your time, Treadshot.
Sorry, wasn't enough space in the Quinjet for 2 giant robots.
Okay, how do we know it's really you?
I know all about the Pedro Rabbits.
Yep, it's him.
So what's our next move, Prime?
Come, have you had any word from Trax?
All I got was static, and a kill confirmed over the radio.
No.
So it's 3 Autobots and a Decepticon against evil Optimus Prime and his cronies. And as terrible as the loss of Trax and Kickover is, I still think we can handle them pretty easily.
Your optimism is appreciated, Cliffjumper, but I doubt Doppelganger Prime plans to take over this world with only one other soldier.
What makes you so sure that's his plan?
The Optimus from my universe is a born conqueror. The Autobots have taken over half the galaxy under his command. I don't see why he would be here other than to take over this universe too. My Earth has been bled dry of most of its useful resources, and we cannot let Optimus do the same to this or any other Earths out there. If we're gonna have any hope of defeating him, we need an ace in the hole. Prime, I really hope you have one.
As a matter of fact, we do.
Yeah! Wait, we do?
To the shuttle!
Prime, we have a transmission coming through from Skywatch HQ.
Bring it up.
So, Prime, you got free. No doubt with the help of your Decepticon ally.
Optimus Prime, I presume.
The very same. And where is the Decepticon Treadshot?
Right here.
Ah, so you have returned to your more natural Cybertronian form.
What do you want?
Only to say that there is no hope for you. Soon this world and everyone and everything on it will burn. And so will you, Treadshot. Everything and everyone you have ever cared about will burn. We are opposites, Prime. Mirror images of each other. Whatever you plan to unleash in a futile effort to stop me, I probably already have. And it's probably much, much bigger than yours.
This is your ace, then? A Cold War relic?
You know, this Cold War relic has feelings.
The Saratoga was decommissioned in 1994. Since then, many attempts have been made to preserve her as a museum ship, but all have been unsuccessful.
She's been slated for disposal for some time.
The Saratoga has been lying at the bottom of the Laurentian abyss since 1998. The US government let us dispose of her so we could park.
What do you mean, park?
Cloak, deactivate. Omega Supreme online.
What I said about Cold War relic, I take that back.
Decepticon spark signature detected. Proceeding with apprehension.
Omega, stop!
Unable to identify Decepticon. Confirm reasoning for allowing his survival.
Omega, trust me. This is Treadshot. He is a Decepticon, but he is on our side.
Your logic is conflicting. Decepticons are sworn enemies of all Autobots. He's from a different reality to us, Omega. Listen to Prime. There's very little stopping me from eviscerating you, Decepticon. Can you provide proof to confirm this allegation?
Prime, has Omega Supreme been offline for the past few years?
No, just in a dormant state. Why?
Omega Supreme, check your databanks. Approximately 6 months ago, there should have been some sort of quantum singularity open up over Yosemite National Park in California. Did you scan it?
Searching. Confirmed. Appearance of singularity would imply interdimensional travel of one or more persons. Further scans show that the portal was sustained for 14.89 seconds before collapse. Time span provides adequate time for someone to pass through. Sudden collapse of portal suggests gateway was damaged, or portal cannot be sustained for long periods of time.
Now search your databanks for all Decepticons KIA. Treadshot should be on that list.
Searching. Confirmed. Decepticon Treadshot confirmed. Killed on Cybertron during first battle for Iacon. Report filed by Grimlock, Dinobot leader. Conclusion formed. Quantum occurrence in presence of unidentified Decepticon confirms Optimus Prime's explanation.
Right, now that we have that sorted out, I would appreciate it if you wouldn't aim your guns at me.
Optimus Prime, this awakening is unprecedented.
Omega, this world is in danger yet again.
Megatron has returned?
Not Megatron. An Optimus Prime from my reality. He's planning on bringing an invasion force of evil Autobots through to this Earth, and if we're gonna stop him, we need your help.
I am detecting a small quantum surge at the Skywatch base in Arizona. There is a possibility a space bridge is being opened there.
But the Skywatch base doesn't have a space bridge, let alone one that can cross between universes.
Not one that we saw. While you were gone, I saw the schematics for some kind of construct. I couldn't read what it said, but it could have been plans for a gateway. It certainly looked like it.
So, there's a massive space bridge hidden under the base. Kinda surprised I missed that.
It is entirely plausible. My doppelganger took my place a long time before the Skywatch headquarters were assembled.
The space bridge is something I've encountered in historical records in Iacon. The ancients used them for teleportation across significant distances, which were too great for conventional starship travel.
Our histories seem to be similar. The ancients of our respective universes must have visited their Earths and left space bridges behind. It's just a matter of my doppelganger reprogramming and aligning the space bridges on either Earth.
So why does he need 2 bridges? One is enough, surely. Tread only needed one to come through.
A space bridge requires 2 points to cross between. Otherwise, it isn't a bridge, more of a leap of faith. Without 2, the bridge snaps, or at most cannot stay open for very long. That's why the ancients had to travel by conventional means to reach Earth from Cybertron.
That's why I only had that short window to pass through to this universe. But the quantum surges. The alternate prime must be activating the bridge, syncing it up with the one from my universe. Omega, how long will it take us to get to Skywatch?
Minutes.
How?
Beginning transformation sequence.
I miss our old base.
Treadshot, what's our plan?
Omega Supreme, you're with me. We need to head straight for the bridge and take it down as quickly as possible. Optimus, Cup, you go on ahead. Eliminate any foot soldiers who might be a problem.
What about me?
You're staying here to look after Grace.
What? I can look after myself, thank you very much.
I'm not saying you can't, Grace, not at all. What I am saying is that I don't want to risk losing you again. You've been in too much danger over the past few days. You even got shot, for crying out loud.
I got better.
Don't take it so lightheartedly. I almost lost you. That night, New Year's Eve, on the rooftop, you kissed me. And the day the Autobots arrived on Earth and we hid in that cave, and you told me about your family and how much you cared about me. Do you have any idea how much that meant to me?
Do you?
Grace Allen. Cliff, if anything happens to me, get Grace out of here as fast as possible. Wait for nobody, got it? You keep her safe no matter the cost.
Gotcha, Treadshot. Oh, and good luck, because, humanity's counting on you. No pressure.
Autobots, transform and roll out!
Wheeljack, Bulkhead, it's playtime. Well. The protege returns, and he has a big friend.
This ends here, Prime.
It does. You and your Autobot lackeys will be defeated swiftly. My Autobots will march through and seize this planet, and your precious race will be left to the Dinobots. So you're half right, Treadshot. It does end here, but not for me. Meet my ace Decepticon. I call him Omega. Omega Doom.
Omega Supreme, let's show this cheap knockoff who's the real deal.
It would be my pleasure.
That's your lapdog doing all your fighting, Prime. Letting your lackeys do all your dirty work. I should have expected this from you, coward.
You dare accuse me of cowardice?
Omega Supreme Superior. Omega Doom Inferior.
Nice work, Omega.
Alert! Omega Doom Spark is overloading. 8 minutes to meltdown.
What? That blow to the head must have damaged him more than we thought.
Something wrong?
Doom's spark is overloading. We only have a few minutes before it goes off. Suggestions?
Throw it through the bridge. It can take out their bridge as well as a fair amount of their army.
Omega, I need you to throw Doom through the transversal bridge. Charge up your Magna Claw. I'm hitching a ride.
What? Treadshot. If you go through, you'll be torn apart.
I need to try and stall the Autobots. And I think Optimus will be more interested in getting revenge on me than inspecting his knockoff Titan. You ready, Omega?
Magna Claw online. Fully charged.
Good luck, Treadshot.
Hold your fire. He's mine.
Megatron! Megatron!
Starscream, what is it?
It's Treadshot, sir. His signal just popped up at the side of the Autobot space bridge.
Starscream, run amok, runabout, with me!
Let's kick the tires.
And let me fire!
Decepticon Treadshot, you have been a thorn in my side for far too long. Not many Decepticons have the capacity to become that single-handedly. They usually end up dead.
I feel honored.
You should. When I'm finished with you, I'm going to hang your mangled head on the wall of my throne room, alongside Grace's disembodied scalp. I will remember you, Treadshot. Make no mistake. Now stand still while I tear you limb from limb.
He went through the portal with Doom's body. Said he tried to keep those Autobots around until Omega Doom's spark explodes.
What? How long does he have?
Approximately 4 minutes.
He'll be torn apart. There's a whole army through there. And if he doesn't make it out in time... Optimus, you have to go help him!
Hold him still.
Prime, Omega Doom's spark is overloading.
Can you stop it?
No, sir. Estimate 4 minutes to detonation.
Stand your ground, all of you. I have this moment to kill this Decepticon who has plagued me for far too long, and I shall not lose it within chaos. Prepare to meet Primus, Treadshot.
What are you doing here?
Grace was worried.
Running like a coward, I see you crying.
Red, I think you pissed him off.
Yep. Get back from the bridge, I can still buy you time.
Treadshot, you'll be killed if you stay here alone.
Do it!
It is a shame you won't live to regret this day, Treadshot. I will annihilate you. I will erase you from existence. I hate you. Any last words?
Yeah. Watch where you throw me.
Treadshot!
Goodbye, Grace.
Tread? Where is he?
Could he? The Spark Overload has severed the connection. We must presume the other gateway is destroyed. Possibility of Treadshot survival. 0.00.
Omega! Grace. I'm so sorry.
Run about. Scout the blast zone. If you find Treadshot, let me know immediately.
Yes, sir! Megatron, Treadshot's life signal isn't appearing on my radar. I fear we won't find him.
Treadshot may have been able to escape through the bridge. I'm not giving up just yet. Starscream, let's go.
Megatron.
Oh, Primus. Prime will pay dearly for this. Mark my words. Let's roll.
Grace. What you're going through right now can't be easy. I've lost my fair share of soldiers and friends in the war against the Decepticons. I know what it's like to lose people close to you, but I've also learned it's important to stay strong for them. Treadshot sacrificed himself to save this world, to save humanity, to save you.
Do you realize how much he meant to me? Treadshot helped me move on from my past. It was almost a fresh start, and I was happy. We both were. And now he's gone forever, and I don't know if I can... I loved him. Optimus, I don't know whether I can carry on. There's a void in my life where Tread was. And I'm not sure if it will ever be filled again.
If you give up because of their sacrifice, then what purpose did their death serve? You know just as well as I do that Treadshot would not want you to live the rest of your life without hope. You should always cherish those memories, Grace. All those with you and him. One of your great Earth storytellers once said, "Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened." Keep the memories dear to you, Grace. Keep them alive. If the memories live, so does Treadshot.
You.
Grace, you need to come with me.
Why?
It's about Treadshot. You see, Prime thinks he may still be alive.
Alive? But Omega said...
We captured one of the Autobots during the battle. Prime will tell you when we get back to the Ark. Come on.
Hello again, Grace.
Hey.
I think we need to get straight to the point about this. We may not have much time left. We bled Wheeljack dry of information regarding his universe and technology through days of interrogation. He knew everything about the Pretender tech, and about the significance of the Void.
The Void. That was the micro-universe, right?
Its original purpose, it appears, was directly linked to the Pretender shells. It was to be a storage dimension, a place where the inactive human bodies could be safe upon activation. Each human shell had a small teleportation device inside it. Wheeljack also told us that the Pretender tech had a failsafe device. If the active user body was destroyed or fatally damaged, the psychic patch would transfer the user's consciousness into the other body. Treadshot was most likely in his robot form when the bomb detonated, so his human body was in the Void.
So Treadshot's consciousness has been trapped in the Void?
Exactly. Treadshot left the Void gateway device on the shuttle we used to get to Omega Supreme, and we found it a few days ago. We have to be thankful that Treadshot didn't keep it on him. It was, however, completely out of juice. Which is why we called in Perceptor's team to study it and work out how to replenish it.
We didn't open it immediately. We thought, we knew, you should be here.
Home at last.
Treadshot, a moment please. I owe you a debt of thanks. Without your intervention, countless innocent lives could have been lost in my doppelganger's tyranny. I feel honored to have fought alongside you.
Did my insignia make any difference?
Not at all. If there was any doubt in my mind, it was removed when I recognized the self-sacrifice you displayed in order to save a world which wasn't yours. Something you and my Autobots have in common. You showed qualities of a true hero.
Optimus, without your help and that of Cup, Cliff, Kickover, Omega, I doubt anyone would have made it. Thank you. Thank you for believing in me and for looking past the insignia I bore on my chassis, and for giving me a chance.
You are most welcome, as you would be most welcome to join our cause. But I see your heart is set concerning your own future.
It's not like you have a choice.
Not that I mind.
We're gonna settle down, live out the rest of our lives without explosions going off left, right, and center. The life we should have had, really.
The life that we both deserve.
I understand completely. This whole conflict was thrust upon you, Grace. And for that, I am truly sorry.
So, what's next for you then, Optimus?
Humanity still needs protecting from the Decepticons. The evil Autobot threat may have been eliminated, but our Decepticon adversaries still pose a threat. We will continue to defend this world and its inhabitants at any cost.
I wish you all the best then. Humanity is in good hands.
If you need our assistance, use this communicator to call us, and we'll be ready. Farewell.
Let's go inside.
Grace? We're gonna need a new car.